After weeks of careful thought, I've decided the right thing for the Bureau is for me to serve until the end of the current administration in January and then step down. Now, it should go without saying, but I'm going to go ahead and say it anyways. This is not easy for me. I love this place. I love our mission, and I love our people.
Opinions vary.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Opinions Vary. That's Opinions with an A. Please like, share, and subscribe. And Christopher Wray is out. He will resign in disgrace. He will not wait to be fired by Donald Trump. He will resign ahead of time. Good. Good riddance. Don't let the door hit you on the way out, Christopher Wray. You are an establishment, Washington, swamp creature, hack. Period. End of story. You can disagree with me. I don't care. That's fine. As I say, opinions vary. But Christopher Wray being gone from the FBI is a good thing. The FBI has been turned into a weaponized piece of government, a weaponized piece of one side of government, and that side is the left. And it needs to stop. It needs to come back to the center. And the only way for it to come back to the center where it belongs, where justice is indeed blind, is for a lot of changes to be made and for a sledgehammer to be taken to the FBI's upper echelon especially. Kash Patel will do just that. We're going to hear from Christopher Wray some examples of his deep state snake-like behavior on Capitol Hill as he's questioned by Josh Hawley. And then we're going to see MSNBC having a mental breakdown about the deep state conspiracy theories that they believe Kash Patel will bring into the FBI and try to get to the bottom of. Let's go.
Patel, Christopher Wray just announced he's resigning. What's your reaction?
We look forward to a very smooth transition, and I'll be ready to go on day.
Are you going to be seeking retribution against Donald Trump's political opponents, sir?
Sorry, what's your reaction to my resignation? We look forward to a very smooth transition at the FBI, and I'll be ready to go on day one.
Have you talked to President-elect Trump? He just issued a statement on Truth Social supporting you once again and saying this is a great day. Any response to the president?
Block the hallway to the side, to the side.
Did he call you after the Wray announcement?
Do you think it was smart for him to resign? Mr. Patel.
Thank you all.
Know the answer to that question, but I can tell you that we don't investigate people for their exercise of their constitutionally protected religious expression. That particular intelligence product is something that as soon as I saw it, I was aghast. I had it withdrawn.
Really? You were aghast?
I was.
Oh, really?
Yes,
and what
sir.
have you done about it? Did you fire the people who wrote it?
No, I had it withdrawn.
Nobody gets fired. That's the problem. Nobody gets fired.
Fired anybody involved in it?
Senator, if you would give me a chance to answer
That's a
your
yes or a
question.
no. It's not hard. Have you fired anyone involved in the writing of that outrageous memo, about which, frankly, you've repeatedly misled the public? Yes or no?
The individuals involved in that
Have you
product
fired
were
anyone?
not, just a minute.
You haven't done a darn thing. You haven't fired anybody. In fact, what the House found is, what is it? You admonished them. They were admonished. And their respective supervisors were told to engage with the Human Resources Division to ensure that deficiencies are addressed. Oh, well, I feel much better. They've been sent to bed without food. Good heavens, Director. This is one of the most outrageous targetings. You have mobilized your division, the most powerful law enforcement division in the world, against traditionalist Catholics, whatever the heck that means. And you're just told us you have not fired a single person.
Team is
So that's just one example of how the FBI has been weaponized against conservatives, against Catholics, against people who are pro-life. It goes all the way back to really, I mean, this started under Barack Hussein Obama in 2009 with the Tea Party when the IRS was targeting people. They've weaponized so many agencies of our government against conservatives at this point that it's hard to even name them all. It's probably all of them. They've all been weaponized to a certain degree against conservatives. And it's about time we now have Donald Trump in his second term where he knows who he wants to bring in, who's going to now clean this up. And that's why these people like Christopher Wray's and all these establishment swamp rats are all so terrified, and they're all going to, a lot of them are going to start basically evacuating. They're going to self-deport themselves out of government, hopefully. Some of them are going to dig in and, try to cause problems. But At least now we have someone like Kash Patel coming in. We're going to have Robert F. Kennedy Jr. coming in to HHS. We're going to have Pam Bondi coming in as Attorney General. And you can go on. And we're going to have people who are actually going to maybe root out this corruption. And there is corruption. I don't want to hear about conspiracy theory when it comes to that. You know, the only thing that stops a conspiracy theory from being true is about 6 months. Have we not learned that yet by now? And if you still haven't woken up to that fact, it's about time you do, because I think we're going to actually start to see some tangible results come out of the people who are now put in charge. They're going to get to the bottom of a lot of this nonsense.
Confident in Kash Patel and confident he will be ready to serve the American people on day one if he should be confirmed, which seems to be against the odds, David. Is there any doubt he will start taking some of those actions on day one?
Oh, I think there's no doubt. I mean, he has said the 2020 election was stolen. He has said the Trump-Russia investigation by Robert Mueller never should have been carried out. He's talked about, firing large groups of people. I've talked to people who he cites in his book for allegedly committing these deep state crimes, and they don't even understand what he's talking about. They seem more to be people who he disagrees with politically or people he's had bad interactions with earlier in his career.
All right, so all based around, they frame it around, it's a revenge tour. Just like they're framing Trump, it's going to be a revenge tour. Everybody Trump's bringing in is revenge. No, it's not called revenge. It's called finding and seeking justice. It's called, if there is corruption, we will find it this time. We will remove these bad actors and, if necessary, charge them criminally. That's it. After what they've done to Donald Trump, the Peter Strzok's of the world, the Lisa Pages of the world, that's FBI. The whole Russia hoax, the dossier, all fake, all coordinated through the Democrat Party, the media, the FBI, the CIA, the deep state. It exists. We know it exists. Anybody who's being the slightest bit objective know that it exists. It's in the movies all the time, right? I always say, do you think these movies, these writers get these ideas out of thin air? I don't. You see it in the movie, and it's there to throw you off, like say, it's just a movie. No, we are living in a movie. We've been living in a movie, especially since 2016. We are living in a movie. All the movies that you've seen with all these spies and the deep state and these undercover covert government operations that you thought were just in the movies, no, they're actually real. They're actually real. I'm sure it's dramatized, obviously, more in the movies, but this stuff goes on, and it goes on all the time, and it needs to stop. We pay for this. This is our money. They work for us, period, end of story. Get that through your head if you haven't yet.
So I don't want to be too harsh here. It's up to the Senate. But I just want to emphasize the level of concern among current and former FBI officials that Kash Patel is the wrong person to run the FBI is very, very high.
Good. The more people that think that are in the FBI already, the more I know he's the right guy. See, the more you all hate him, the more we know he's the right pick. And that goes for all of Trump's picks.
There are other appropriate directors that Trump could choose, or more appropriate people, more qualified.
Define appropriate. Define appropriate. Appropriate meaning what? That they'll fit your narrative and just carry on business as usual like Christopher Wray did and keep this nonsense going on and on with no accountability and never anybody being punished? That's what you deem as appropriate. That's your definition of appropriate, right?
Who don't use these deep state conspiracy theories.
There's the buzzword. Deep state conspiracy theory. It's buzzwords.
Could, I think, or they think serves the Trump administration well. But Kash Patel is alarming a lot of people.
The more people he alarms, the better. That's how I see it. The more people Kash Patel alarms, the more I know he's the right pick. I want everybody to be alarmed. Everybody better be on their toes, especially the upper echelon. Because I'm telling you now, you'll hear about all these stations. Oh, the FBI, they're very concerned. No, I'll guarantee you 99% of the rank and file, they're not concerned about this at all. They're probably relieved. I've worked in large police departments. I've been a low-ranking member. The highest rank I ever made it to was sergeant, which is just above police officer. I'm one of the rank and file, as you'd say. And when we had strong leadership, we were happy. When we had morons running everything, we were not happy. When we had a reputation of the entire department smeared because we had morons running an agency, we didn't like it. So I'll guarantee you right now that the 99% of the rank and file of the FBI is thrilled that Donald Trump is bringing in Kash Patel to root out the upper echelon corruption, the criminality, the deep state mentality, the thought of being untouchable. That all has to end. And he's the one who will hopefully, we think he will, end it. So tell me what you guys think in the comments. Do you think that Kash Patel is going to do that job? Do you think anybody in the upper echelon of the FBI will be seriously investigated and criminal charges brought? Do you think I'm out of my mind when I say that we are living in a movie? We've been living in a movie. Everything you watched on all these shows and all these Jack Ryans and all this stuff, there's truth to it. Call me crazy. I don't think I am. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I appreciate you watching. Follow me on X. Follow me on TikTok at Opinions Vary. Subscribe, like, share. I really appreciate it. See you next time right here at Opinions Vary.
Opinions vary.